Hi everybody, this is Adan Morales with the Moravilla sales team. I'm honored today to be in Brooklyn, and I'm also here with a local Brooklyn architect extraordinaire, Richard Massa, who actually was an integral part of the unit that we're sitting in right now.
Having such great, well-proportioned rooms, that's a really beautiful part about this apartment.
Absolutely.
And it's traditionally a 3-bedroom apartment, but the clients use it with a 2-bedroom and a den.
I mean, really, they use it more like almost like a one, right?
Because
it's like they have like two separate areas, and then the living room.
Yeah, and they have a den where they can come together. They have a formal living room where they.
George has his jazz room.
And he has his jazz room. Where he plays his music. So
it's cool.
It's important. They each wanted their own space, and they have spaces they can come together with. So
yeah, absolutely.
And I think wanting to, given that the apartment was in such bad shape when I first saw it, we want to sort of brighten it up and make it happy. I think that apartments almost can seem unhappy just because they've not that they've been neglected, or just over time, if things haven't been touched or renovated, you wind up getting a it's almost like having a frown. Somebody's frowning, so you want to just make the space sing and be happy, and I think that's
definitely accomplished the brightness.
Yeah, that was key, I have to say, especially for the entry area, which had no light whatsoever, and we took what was the bedroom and the den, and we added interior windows and sliding glass doors, but with privacy glass, so that it can be very easily converted back into a bedroom. So, but that brings light into the center of the apartment.
Where there would normally have been a wall.
Right, exactly.
I definitely noticed that, and it has a huge impact, because especially I thought it was so, it was really important, this being a corner unit, and that the idea of the light flowing, because you're getting light from multiple places, and that's something that you normally don't have, and you want to take advantage of. So we definitely, great job on that, because I don't think I had seen the use of privacy glass like that in the middle of rooms, and I thought that was actually really great. Yeah.
It's a pre-war building built in, I think it was 1939. It was, when it was built, it was considered one of the high-end buildings on this in this area. The owner and developer of the building actually lived in the building with combined apartments on the top floor.
Wow.
And
so he liked it, right?
Yeah. So if you know the builder's living in it, and he's going to be a neighbor to somebody, he's going to build it.
You want to find good Dominican food? Go somewhere that Dominicans eat.
That's
right. There you go.
Exactly. So, but yeah, so it has a rich history in terms of as the area did, but as as things go on, the areas change and people move on, and ownership changes, and it turns into co-ops, and life happens. But I think the building is has beautiful bones and beautiful structure. It's a great lobby. That's recalls that late Deco art period, as a lot of flourishes in the apartment with the pointed arches and the curved corners at the tops of the arches. But it's a wonderful structure, and for the time period, you don't find apartments of the scale with rooms of this scale in new buildings. They're much smaller. You don't have eat-in kitchens per se, and having a gallery foyer like they have here, it's really nice, especially I think in this environment. For me, that was one of the biggest things that I've seen in the last 2 years because of COVID, having people want a foyer, really asking for, where people just wanted everything open. They wanted that separate space where they could take their shoes off, and
the mudroom.
The mudroom, exactly. That became, which always is considered a suburban ideal, but it became really a city ideal again.
If you're coming from the outside to the in,
that's right.
It affects everybody, absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you so much for joining us today, the Moravilla sales team here live with Richard, and we just want to say thank you for taking the time. Have a great day.